Connor McDavid now with a point streak of 19 games after a big win over Chicago on Monday. It's the 43rd time in league history a player has had a point streak of at least 19 games, and he has a chance to make it the 32nd player with a streak of at least 20 games Tuesday against the Predators. McDavid had a hat trick against Nashville last Tuesday. Let's chat about all of it, all things NHL, with our NHL analyst, Craig Button. Great to see you, Craig. So McDavid heating up. That 19-game point streak is actually a new career high for him. And, Craig, we know he was the hero of the Four Nations face-off, scored the winning goal. The timing couldn't be better as we head into the Olympic era, could it?
No, you're exactly right. And Connor is really excited about being able to compete in the Olympics. I mean, keep in mind, it's been 12 years since the best players got together and competed at the Olympics. So you got a brand new generation, and Connor McDavid leads that generation. So the excitement to go to the Olympics, but now he knows exactly what the demands are on him. He knows there's going to be a big spotlight on him, and he doesn't shy away from the spotlight. Nothing's too bright for him. But if you're Team Canada and you're watching Connor McDavid play, you are excited about seeing him in a Team Canada jersey, ready to help Canada win a gold medal. And really, when we talk about best on best, defend the gold medal that they won in 2014 in Sochi. Connor McDavid right now, you watch him some nights, Jay, and it almost looks, and we know how hard the NHL is, it almost looks like he's playing with kids. He makes it look so easy, and that just speaks to the brilliance that he is able to put on display night in, night out. And this point streak isn't stopping. I am sure of that.
Craig, now we get into the Toronto Maple Leafs, who I think blew everyone's mind on Monday night when they opened their Western Road swing with a win over the Colorado Avalanche in overtime. The Leafs not that long ago, Craig, as you know, were in the basement of the Eastern Conference. Now they're holding on to one of those wild card spots in the Eastern Conference. What, in your opinion, Craig, has been the biggest reason for this team's turnaround?
Well, two things have happened. I mean, number one, you can't overlook how good the goaltending's been. And last year, goaltending was really strong. Earlier this year, it just wasn't at the same level it needed to be at. But it is now. And Joseph Woll has been simply outstanding. And he was outstanding in this game. Got a little help from the goalpost in overtime. But nonetheless, when you have good goaltending, you get those breaks. And Joseph Woll looks like he's really dialed right into what you need. And certainly, when you have that level of goaltending, you become a little bit not as tight in front of them when you make a mistake because you know it's not going to go in the net. And then William Nylander's able to put that into the net in the overtime period. And that leads me to the second thing, Jay. Because a month ago, I talked about the Leafs and the players were not putting forth an effort. They needed to look at themselves in the mirror. Hey, listen, it's not a perfect team. There's no perfect team. And the Leafs have some flaws. But when you're not competing and you're not digging in and doing the extra and the hard work, you have no chance to win. They're doing that in this streak here, and they're getting the great goaltending from Joseph Woll.
And then you have the Montreal Canadiens, who have won 7 of their last 10 after beating the Vancouver Canucks at home on Monday night. Montreal very much in the hunt for top spot in the Atlantic. And, Craig, a big part of their success lately has been the play of Juraj Slafkovský, who spent a part of the early part of the season on the top line, but is now really slotted into that second line. And, boy, has that second line been really effective for this team and effective for Slafkovský.
Slafkovsky's 21. He'll turn 22 in March. And, you know, Jay, a lot of times we spend so much time talking about first line, second line, top line. Oh, Juraj Slafkovsky got demoted. He did not get demoted. He got put in a position where Marty St. Louis says, you're really good. I need you to help Damodoff and Kapanen. And that's exactly what he's done. It gives them some balance. Texier, who they signed, comes up and plays with Suzuki and Caulfield. And now you have two really good functioning lines that can score. And Slafkovsky's been right at the center of that. He's imposing himself. He's certainly no easy guy to handle when you talk about the physical elements that he has. And he's just growing into himself. So his value is so significant that Marty St. Louis can move him around the lineup and say, hey, I need you here, I need you there. That's not demotion. That's a significant recognition of the value that Juraj Slafkovsky brings to the Montreal Canadiens. And significant is the key word, because he's 21, he's only getting better, and his impact will only become greater.
Rick Bowness is not 21, Craig. You and I both know that. He's somewhere around 70. We don't have to get into the specifics. But when I heard on Monday that the Columbus Blue Jackets had fired their head coach, Dean Evason, and replaced them with Rick Bowness, the first person I thought of was you, because I couldn't wait to ask you about this. What was your reaction when you first heard the news? And do you like the move by Don Waddell in Columbus?
Listen, I love Rick Bowness. I think Rick Bowness is a wonderful coach. I was very surprised that he made the change with Dean Evason. What surprised me even more is when Don Waddell said, you know, this has been one of my most frustrating years. He must have forgot about being in Atlanta for all those years, because if those weren't frustrating, this is his most frustrating year. I mean, he certainly has memory loss. But when you consider Dean Evason, it seems like a move that, like, their expectations might be out of whack with what reality is. It's not a very good team. It's not a very well-balanced team. So you can change the coach. I'm not so sure it's going to change the results.
That is fair. Craig Button, always great to chat with you.